Hello again, and this incredibly cold weekend in the Northeast, as you may know if you're in the area. But here we are, we're inside, we're enjoying a glass of wine, which always helps in the winter and the cold, especially from the southern Rhone. This is a Gigondas from Santa Duc, 1998. Gigondas, as you know, is a region to the east of the Rhone where a lot of these southern Rhone wines are made, but down at the foothills of Montmirail, and it's primarily a Grenache region, although there's Mourvèdre and Syrah in the blend as there is here. This is 1998. It's very old. It wasn't necessarily a cru, if you want, of that sort, but it's a very good maker. They make a good Gigondas, good Codron, and very good Chateauneuf. It's a family business. I think they're at their sixth generation now, the Gras family. And so it's something you can really rely on year in, year out from a consistency point of view. A friend of mine and I acquired the cellar, so to speak, of another friend who basically had stopped drinking a long time ago, but somehow doesn't seem to be able to stop the bottles, building up either for dinner parties or gifts or whatever. So he just wanted to get rid of all of this. We kind of looked at all the stuff. We took what we wanted. It was just really, really nice. Everybody felt very happy about it. I was very happy to get my hands on some old wines like this and others and see, and I know you're going to have some bad surprises, but hopefully you'll have some good surprises and see how they've evolved over time. This one, when I first uncorked it, it was just like this really terrible whiff of like bad nuts, bad walnuts, bad almonds. I'm not sure how to describe that, but it kind of went away very quickly. It became very subtle, very neutral, kind of like what you expect from an old wine that has lost some of its fruit, but it's in a different place. And certainly there was a lot of sediment, as you can see here. The cork was fine. There was no leakage. The level was fine. So again, I was, I had the right to expect that it was going to be okay. And it was. You see the color here. It's really thick and sort of opaque. Again, there's a lot of very fine sediment still, sort of this red-brown. Gigondas have a tendency to be able to age beyond your expectations, especially the quality ones. On the nose, it's very understated. It's really just a tiny bit of fruit left, a bit of alcohol. I'm not sure if they say the alcohol on this, but 14.5%. So no wonder you can still get a little bit of that alcohol. And it's just sort of very comforting without really attacking you in any way. On the palate, it's very round, very integrated. You got a little bit of that acidity still, which is amazing for a 25-year-old wine. But you also have this sort of thicker chocolate feel. And again, I think now we're tending towards more of a milk chocolate. So a little milky, not necessarily sweet, but a little milky, not as tart, which is kind of interesting for an old wine that has lost a lot of its fruit. So it's really primarily acidity, a little bit of chocolate, milk chocolate, a little bit of fruit. Very well balanced, very just enjoyable. And this is sort of what I was looking for. Something that is hard to recreate because it's this particular stage of evolution of a 25-year-old wine. And, I could wait 25-year-old, but then I'd forget by then what I was looking for. Or you can try to go and get things like this and hope for the best. And in this case, when you're going with a good property, I have some of the Chateauneufs, which are incredible. And maybe we'll share one of those one of these days. Anyway, great experience. Happy to have had it with the guys yesterday and then finishing it with you today. Cheers and see you soon.